to the front.
Big E is definitely in the building.
What up, yo?
Big H is definitely in the building.
You?
And I'm Soup, and welcome to Superstars of Sports.
What's going on with you?
Ain't much. What's up with you?
What's up with you, guys?
All right.
Soup, what's up?
What's up, gang?
Ready to do this?
Yeah, man.
All right.
All right. Yeah, you already know.
All right, look, we can get right to it today, y'all. Ben Simmons.
Listen, home opener.
All right. So let's go with this.
Ben's not in the building.
How do you feel about the whole Ben Simmons fiasco?
I think it's handled wrong from the day he got drafted.
Okay.
Right.
Elaborate a little bit.
I am a hinky-itis, right? I am a trust the process guy from the very beginning. But what they did do is they created a culture of losing. Right?
It's hard to come back.
It's hard to come back from.
Right.
Especially when you invest in everything in young guys. Usually when you have a team full of young guys, you got to have some veterans to show them how to be a professional.
Gotcha.
Hinkie went so far into the ground. There was never no leadership on the team. It was Brett Brown, the culture creator, coming from an organization of the Spurs where they won a bunch, but he didn't really have a hand in it. He was player development.
Casualty of war. I think he was.
Yeah, he was honestly the sixth pick, the sixth choice to coach the team.
Yeah.
Right? Because they knew once they explained what the plan was, what the process was,
Right.
no kid coach was going to risk their career on the strength of losing on purpose.
Gotcha.
Right? So it starts from there. Right? Then you have Brett, who was best friends with his dad
Right.
from the time in Australia.
Right.
Can't tell Ben anything. Ben has been coddled since he's been a child.
Yeah.
Came into the league with bad habits.
Yeah.
Came into the league not caring about winning.
Yeah.
Caring about what the outside perception of him was and not what it takes to be a winning basketball player. Why does he go to LSU? Not because he couldn't go to Duke. Not because they didn't want him in Kentucky. Not because Kansas didn't want him. Because his uncle was an assistant coach at LSU.
So you're going to stick with the premise that this was an organizational failure?
All parts have problems in it. Ben himself is a coddled, spoiled brat baby.
Okay, so but you're saying this is a failure from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Okay, so now since you went there and you brought up the
Yeah.
Sam Hinkie thing, so let's say we got Ben Simmons, we don't want to play. Obviously, you're probably gonna let him go, right?
Yeah.
Was the process worth it, or is it now a failure?
No. I will never grade the process as a failure because to me the process is incomplete.
What
The
you
process-
think we missing, though, eh?
Oh, we're missing some star players.
Yeah, that's
But
what
what I
I
mean
feel.
by the process is incomplete
that's what I
because the league did not let Sam Hinkie finish what he started.
Forget all that. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm asking you straight up because we got Doc, we had Brett.
Yeah.
The last couple years we were what? 2 years ago we were a game away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Kawhi lucky bounce ass
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Ben should have been better defense on that one.
He walked too.
The
but we-
following year, the bubble, COVID.
Yeah.
Last
Ben
year,
was hurt.
Ben-
Ben was hurt in the bubble.
right.
Yeah.
And last year, we're gonna get the last year because obviously that's why we here where we at.
Absolutely.
But I look at it as if we trade Ben Simmons, obviously if we don't get a Dame Leonard or a Bradley Beal, our chances of getting a championship are going down with Embiid being in his prime. So I look at it as if you don't get a championship or at least show up in the finals, the process in losing was a failure. Because yes, we got two great things out of it, Embiid and Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
One's a baby and wants to leave.
Yeah.
So if he leaves and we don't get that ultimate goal,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be a failure, in my eyes.
The not getting a championship part is absolutely a failure. But I don't put it on the process. Because to me, once the league got involved and made us get rid of Sam Hinkie, the process was over. It was incomplete.
I agree with you.
Sam
agree with
Hinkie wouldn't have made some of the moves that Colangelo did,
I agree with that, too.
right?
I agree with that.
Like Hinkie drafted Michael Carter Williams. He
And then
won the
traded him.
Rookie of the Year.
And then
Knew he couldn't shoot. Knew his stats were hollow.
Right.
So you know what? He is never going to be better than what he is a year and a half in the league right now. I'm gonna get as much as I can for him.
Okay, so
He doesn't pick Okafor,
okay.
right? Okafor is a trade chip. He's not an asset.
Did he pick?
He
Noel?
did pick Okafor.
Did he pick Noel?
He did. See, to me, Hinkie's plan was incomplete because of how deep he went into it. And it was bad on the league.
Hinkie went and broke your house down and then rebuilt it.
That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Hinkie said, look, there's going to be nothing in this house. I'm not going to put up stucco wall. I'm not going to put a new sink in. No, I want to tear the foundation completely down. Because in the NBA, with the hard salary cap, there's only two ways to do it. Right? That's to draft superstars or live in a city where stars want to play.
Did he not find a loophole? That was a loophole.
Well,
Because a lot of teams have done bad per se
Correct.
and got a good draft pick.
Right.
He literally said, we're going to put out the 5 worst dudes off the street,
Right.
and we're just going to continue.
Well,
He kept putting out a bad
What
product.
is Hinkie though? Hinkie is a disciple of Daryl Morey. Draft picks to him are nothing but collateral and lottery tickets. They're tickets,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you have the most amount of flexibility because when a star is disgruntled, he see the league ahead. This is a league where it's now being run by the players. That when someone is disgruntled, how did they get James Harden in Houston? When he was Morey's assistant in Houston, how did they get him? Because Harden said, "I'm not playing second fiddle to Durant and Westbrook and Serge Ibaka."
My man, you good at this because we can go right into that because you said that.
Yeah,
James Harden went about getting traded a certain way.
yeah.
He got like a little baby.
Put a little fat suit on.
But I feel like that's how all these dudes do nowadays.
You're right. You're right.
It's
The
not
league
like
is
the
running.
league
The
is
players
running.
union is now running. the
But
league.
James Harden was going to practice and going to games.
Correct.
I agree with
So,
that too.
He knew how to play the game.
so, and another thing, this is my
But like he said, Ben is soft and he's a brat. He's a baby. So
Yeah.
right. But I also agree that James could get away with it because of his pedigree.
Superstar player.
I put in
Top
work.
five.
Check my work.
Check my resume.
Check my work. Now, Ben Simmons, you got good defense. You're a product a little bit of, some lucky shit here and there.
Yeah.
But you're not James Harden. For some reason, if Ben Simmons hit, I think he really is LeBron James, or he is James Harden or Kevin Durant. Because who guided you to do this shit the way you're doing it
But
right
another
now?
thing too is he might feel like that according to our lineup.
We know who's done.
Well, he is.
You know who's done
That's
that?
what I'm saying.
Best,
That's
of
what
course.
I'm
You know
saying.
what guy's
So
mindset like
that's
that?
where it come from.
His dad, his brothers, his high school coaches, his college coaches,
Coaches, yeah.
that never held him accountable for anything.
Well,
Because
most athletes.
athletically, he's been more gifted. He
Than
has
everybody else.
elite skill set. The problem is he has a flaw. And most superstars' flaws, might not care about defense. His work in the paint might not be his footwork. No, he has the biggest flaw as a basketball player you can have. So
Yeah.
let's get into what he said yesterday and today. His mental mind state. I'm not ready to play yet. Right? The
See, that's
reason
the
why-
softest sugar honey iced tea I ever heard in my life. When you making that kind of money.
You're right. So
Come on, guys.
I'm going to show
So if I mess your hand up today, I'm just mentally not there today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Am y'all trying to hear that?
No,
That's my
I'm
point.
going to debate the point that both of our points are correct.
they are.
Right? So is he soft as drugstore cotton? Absolutely.
For sure.
I mean, the worst kind,
Yeah.
right? But does he have a mental disorder? I actually think he does.
Okay.
For months, the people that I've been talking to before we decided to do this podcast.
Now that poses a second question for me once you get done with this.
Yeah.
That we can't get away from. Should they get mental evaluations before they make these millions?
Yes.
Okay.
And unfortunately, in some sports they do.
Okay.
But going to a deeper topic, it's been used against African American players to discredit them and lower their value.
I got you.
So that's a
I got
slippery
you.
slope
I
if you
got
want to
you.
get into.
You wanna get into it.
that
I
we
feel
can
you
say
on that all
to
the
a
way.
different topic,
I
right?
think not all
And
way.
then us as, this is a whole nother angle, but as African American minorities, we've been taught to what? Don't ever express shit, deal with
Correct,
shit.
correct.
So even we going through something, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's like a whole nother.
So he comes out and he says, "I'm not mentally ready to rejoin the team. I'm not ready to play."
right.
I'm telling you, if we're going to be respectful to mental health issues that people have, if you go down his family tree, it's well documented.
Yeah, sister.
His sister is clinically diagnosed as
His sister's
bipolar.
bananas, cuz.
And I'm gonna tell you something.
She's bananas.
She
I'm gonna
is
tell you
completely-
something though. I wouldn't use words like bananas and stuff like that no more because people that really had a problem, it's offensive to them. You know what I'm saying?
right.
She
She
Yeah,
is in
well,
clinic.
problems. You
Well,
know what I'm
I
saying?
do gotta take that back because like
Yeah.
I was saying, I said to you earlier, and I didn't mean to cut you off. It's
Yeah.
like, I hope for Ben's sake, because this could mess him up, especially in today's cancel culture. I hope
Yeah.
for your sake that you ain't sitting here lying or just taking a
And that's-
fucking mental
that-
day because you don't want to deal with the fans.
Because
Because
people
when
with
you
real
say I
issues.
had a mental problem today,
Yeah.
Dave,
Yeah.
we gotta respect it because it's real.
Like on
Suicide rate
Instagram,
high.
all the
Yeah.
red flags go up.
Yes,
Yeah.
so it's like,
Right?
please be serious because if it's not, if you using this for an excuse or just trying to get paid and get out of Philly,
Yeah.
you just put yourself in deeper, worse shit than you ever
Correct.
did.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, his sister is clinically diagnosed with being bipolarism. She's made claims that their stepbrother or half brother
Raped her.
has raped her,
Yeah,
right?
that's
So
a fact.
mental issues has runs this family.
We're on YouTube, so we gotta say allegedly.
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 She
You have to
claims
say
that he allegedly
Yeah.
molested her, right?
Got you.
So now you come to the Ben, and now we're going to try to transport it into the basketball, right?
Right.
He is an elite defensive player, right?
Agreed.
Elite athleticism,
Agreed.
right? Elite speed, size, all that stuff.
Agreed.
But he has the biggest flaw. What is the biggest flaw? We all know he's scared to shoot. He doesn't want. He doesn't. He's not. It's not that he's a bad shooter. Ben is scared to shoot.
He refused to look bad.
He has a fear of failure, and
Facts.
that is a mental health disorder.
I agree with that.
You think fear of failure is a mental health disorder?
Yes, because it's
or a personal psychological thing that you can overcome?
Hey, can it be overcome? Absolutely. But it's an anxiety disorder. Because this is what he does. He wants to step on the court, and what's he say? Hey, man, I'm all defense. Hey, man, no one creates as many open three-point shots for teammates as I do. I'm elite in the open, but he doesn't want to shoot, right? He doesn't want to get fouled, so he misses free throw. He doesn't want to shoot from outside.
What I want to happen is for you to say, yeah, you know, I got issues, so keep Jimmy Butler here because he's not scared to shoot.
Right.
And I'll take less money so we
But
can
here's
keep
the
him
thing.
here. You know what I'm saying? I
He's
don't like
useless. If we take the ball out of his hands with his issues that he has now, he is a useless basketball player.
This is my issue where I'm on the train with you, but I'm gonna jump off and stop early because you got mental issues. Cause all right, cool. Did you have mental issues when you bought this house in LA this summer? Did you have mental
That's
issues?
what I'm saying. Sling is convenient.
Did you have mental issues when you told the team, I don't like Doc Rivers, I don't like Embiid? Did you have mental issues when they wanted to fly out and talk to you? You said no, don't come.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have mental issues like doing? I just heard today your elaborate birthday party that you threw yourself.
Yeah.
Did you have mental issues when you was at Wimbledon?
Correct.
Like where?
With Maya Jama.
Right.
Yeah.
Lane Johnson to transition
But
a
that's
little
what I was
bit
gonna- yeah.
has mental issues. He shut down.
Right.
Right.
But how long has he been in the league though?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
No. Okay. Fine. He's been in the league a little longer than
10 years. We didn't know he had it.
Right. But if you got mental issues, there's things that you're not doing in your regular day life.
Okay.
So when I'm out partying,
Yeah.
I'm out buying cribs, buying cars,
With the Jenners.
taking pictures of me shooting the ball.
With your shirt off.
Perception is everything, right?
Yeah.
So the perception is you're fine. You got nothing going on.
Yeah.
So then you come to practice, cell phone in your pocket, you
Yeah.
get into it a little bit.
You mean you didn't believe the story that it was a jersey?
No,
No,
no.
of course not.
The next day you come to practice, you get kicked out.
Yeah.
You didn't have mental issues then.
Right.
You got mental issues the day that you're supposed to go stand in front of this Philly crowd that's
Yeah.
going to
Show
kill
you up. Yeah. I agree with you. That's why I said I'm gonna
It's
argue
It's
both points.
convenient. But
I'm not willing to say that he doesn't have mental issues because you gotta have some kind of anxiety disorder to not shoot a basketball. I don't care who you are in the league, right? I've never seen a player that does not want to. I've seen a bunch of players that can't shoot, that's had successful careers, right?
Right.
Jason Kidd won Rookie of the Year at the time he couldn't shoot.
But like you said,
Magic coming in couldn't shoot. Tony Allen made a great career. He's not a good shooter. Thabo Cephalosha is still in the league. He's not a great shooter, but they shoot when they have to.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot.
Ben just doesn't want to shoot off. He has a fear of failure.
He don't want to look bad.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be the cause of them losing, which is anxiety.
I don't think.
But it is. It's a convenient time to bring it up. My thing is you have to at least give them a little leeway. Like I'm 90% against them, right? But watching this man play, I almost gotta believe that he has some kind of mental disorder or anxiety issue. If you do not want to shoot it all,
So
you had Trey Young on you, cuz. You
So-
had Trey Young on you. You didn't want to.
I agree with you. So he has a disorder since he's been in the league then, because he hasn't shot every year.
He had it longer than that.
Okay, so
But then you've been able to hide it because I've always been the best player on the floor because of all the other things I can do. It was never a problem.
So he's the equivalent to that kid that whose ball it is, don't get to pick the play the game on the court. So give me my ball.
You are right. You are right. You are right. I'm 90% with you. I'm saying the other 10% of me is just giving them the benefit of the doubt because that could be to me that's the only explanation on why an NBA player doesn't want to shoot.
Okay.
Like again, we're not talking about him being a bad shooter, and we're like, yo, cuz, you shooting 22% from the line. Stop shooting. No, we're saying just take a shot, man.
No, that's my question. Stay or go.
Yeah. Go. Go for whatever. I'm against Daryl Morey saying I'm waiting for 4 years. Sometimes the best addition is simple subtraction.
Stay or go.
that gotta become like a two-part answer only because I say it like this. Obviously, I want him to go, but I'm not gonna lie. If I'm not trading in my Ferrari for a Honda Accord.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
Ben has all these accolades that we can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Great player. I'm not. He's Daryl Morey said it best.
But
We're
when
not
you're Ferrari,
trading.
the trainer keeps slipping.
Right.
But point being, I'm not trading him for 2 role players and a McCollum.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not? But my thing
Because
is, if McCollum is the shooter, all we need is for Joe not to be double teamed in the post in the second round of the playoffs.
But listen,
where
bro,
Joe has to do everything.
That's how I feel.
So,
Yes.
all right, but answer this. Answer this.
You get 12 points for one of them road
Is your best chance?
We go further.
Is your best chance to win a championship right now not to run with Ben Simmons?
To just at the
To at
issue
least
right now with Ben just
Take
watching
the issues
side?
away. Take the issues away.
Okay.
Is he our best chance with Embiid to get to where we gotta go? So with the same team right now, we should run it back, right?
We're still not winning. If he doesn't fix his shooting problem.
Okay, if you don't fix it.
Yeah. So no, we
so-
are second round and
Okay,
goal
so we're gonna get
every
rid-
single year
so
with
we're
Ben
gonna-
as he is right now.
We're
That's how I
gonna get rid of him.
So I agree with you. And he good.
We're not capitalizing on Embiid's prime. He got a 4-year window
No,
left.
but we are.
Not with McCollum.
We are.
Not with McCollum.
Because we've seen what we have.
Not with McCollum.
We've seen what we
Not
have.
with McCollum.
Why not?
Not with McCollum.
Why not?
Maybe Bradley Bill. Obviously with Dame Leonard, we're capitalizing.
Absolutely.
McCollum, we're not.
Why not?
Because McCollum, we're still missing 2 more pieces. McCollum don't have a good
But now
defense.
you have the money to go get the pieces.
We're not going to have that much. We might lose stuff. Because, see, getting rid of Ben might not be as easy. It might be we got to buy out that contract a la Blake Griffin over there in Detroit.
No, we're not buying. We're not buying.
Andre Drummond over there in Detroit.
Yeah, but look at
We
the
might
players.
gotta, but that's
Drummond
why.
played for the Sixers.
Who played for the Sixers?
Drummond.
Yeah, he plays.
No, I'm saying his contract got bought out.
Right.
He was with Detroit.
But look at the caliber of play you're talking about.
I'm not
Older
saying-
guys near the end of
What
their
I'm
careers.
saying, can we afford to say we're gonna pay $60 million of 145?
But we're not going to do that. What I'm saying is trade him for McCollum, who's a pure shooter. Maybe as much as I hate him, bring Covington back, right? Another wing defender,
Yeah.
right?
We said back. We're not
No,
going
we're
over
not.
because give it up.
But you
We're not going
already,
over it.
but this is my point though. You already seen what we are with Ben.
If Ben-
That's 3 straight second round losses
Oh.
because Ben refuses to shoot. So in the playoffs, what do we have to do? We have to give Joe the ball at the top of the key and watch him dribble and make mistakes and turn the ball
And
over
turn the ball
because
over,
he's
yeah.
being double teamed because Ben's guy leaves him alone.
And then
So you can't say we're not better.
because they know he's not going to shoot.
Because they're not going to shoot.
I get that, but there's something in me is like McCollum for Ben is not. When Daryl Morey said, "I need a player
A
who come
difference
in."
maker, correct.
So McCollum ain't a difference maker. McCollum and 3 dudes ain't a difference maker.
You're right. I'm not
So,
saying McCollum is on
what-
Ben's level,
I'm-
but in the essence of building
I get what
a
you're saying,
team.
but we don't have all the building.
We do.
No, we're gonna go up. We're gonna take what Daryl Morey said at face value. That motherfucker didn't sound nobody who seemed like we got all the time in the world to build. He said, we have a championship caliber team now. We want to win now. Ben Simmons is our best possibility to win. If not, give me something that's an even exchange.
Right.
McCollum right now and 3 garbage dudes, Covington, who had a stick, who's trash.
Yeah.
Whoever else you want to throw in that package ain't gonna be. The only one that you might get me on is the Bradley Beal situation.
Okay.
Better player than
I don't think they're
McCollum.
getting Dame. I don't think
But
they're
I'm-
getting Dame.
Dame is the obvious, but I don't think we're
Yeah,
gonna get
I'm
Dame.
not-
So
I'm
not
not
talking about Dame.
disagreeing with you on the totality of your points. I'm not sitting here trying to argue saying that C.J. McCollum is equal to Ben.
That's my problem. He's not equal trade.
You're-
I think we're going to become stagnant, the same as we are,
Okay.
or go backwards with
So
McCollum.
let me get my whole thought out, right? Okay, so McCollum, I'm agreeing with you, one in your column. He's nowhere close to the basketball player Ben Simmons is, right? But what we do have is history on our side that shows what we are with Ben at his level of play right now. He'll never be better than he was last year.
First place team in the East.
Correct.
That's what we are.
Second round exit.
First place team in the East.
Okay.
All right.
You want to win regular season matches, or you
no,
want to win Big
no.
Ten? So what we've seen, though, again, let me get it all out. What we've seen is that for 3 years, we are a second round exit with Ben as the player he is now.
Right.
Now, Morey said this can go on for how long?
He said
4 years.
He was talking shit.
Okay, but you just
Oh,
said,
but by
let
the
me
way-
get my point out, right?
Yeah.
You said you're going to take them at face value and say if they're not giving us equal value, we're not
Right.
trading them. So for 4 years, you're going to have $35 million in your salary cap sitting on street clothes on the side.
But you know
no. But let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Let him finish.
So if you're not going to trade them for equal value, you're not going to trade them for C.J. McCollum or De'Aaron Fox or Colin Sexton or whatever in those deals. You have $35 million, 1/8 of your salary cap, sitting on the side with mental health issues. We'll win the championship that way? No. So you had to move. Sometimes the best addition is subtraction. Know what I hate to say? What happened with the Washington Nationals? I know we're not a big baseball forecast, but as soon as they let Bryce Harper go, the best player in baseball, they took some of that money, they reallocated it to pitching.
That was the orange.
No, it's not. They let the best player
won
go.
the chip.
They invested in some
chip.
other areas and they won the championship.
That was the orange.
Sometimes you need 3 or 4 people to support.
What I'm using is sometimes the best addition is of subtraction.
I get you.
We need shooters around Ben.
Yeah.
We need players around Ben.
I get you.
$35 million sitting on the sideline for 4 years in Joel Embiid's prime is not going to get us a championship.
I get you.
With Tyrese Maxey as the point guard, with Shake Milton as the backup point guard, is not getting you out of the second round. And you might not even get out
I ain't
the
hold
first
it.
round.
I'll take my chances with McCullough and whatever else they want to get.
Exactly.
I'll take my
I
chances.
agree.
Because it gives you flexibility to make
Again.
other moves.
And McCullough's going to shoot the ball.
He's not going to be afraid.
We're going to take everything Morris said as face value, but we both know he was sending the threat to Clutch Sports, letting them know
Absolutely.
if y'all want to play hardball, I'm going to play hardball
Absolutely.
too.
As he should.
And to a certain degree, man, you got a contract out of that joint.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
So if we got to sit you down, so what he say,
Listen,
I don't think he's really going to cut his nose off to spite his face. But I get it. I get what you're saying. If he was, then you got, I think that he'll sit him down for a whole year. I think
I
for
don't
a
think so at
whole,
all.
I think for this
December
year.
15th will change everything.
So we're going to segue into another thing.
December
you
15th.
say he go, you say he stay.
Again,
Yeah, December
he should go.
15th. So
I
this-
agree with him.
This is what happens.
But it's just different. It's different things.
He's not going to sit on the whole year. December 15th, every free agent that's signed in the offseason is now available to be traded. It opens up the trading pool.
Okay, so let's transition a little bit. We got where we at with that. We both
Yeah.
agree that he should go.
Yeah, he gotta
Go.
go.
We
He
got
gotta
we got our reasons
If he's
on.
not going to shoot, he got to go.
We got our reasons on when and how.
Right.
So, Ben Simmons said some interesting things today in his his thing. No press conference. He went into the practice thing and he said to the guys, "We all got to take responsibility for everything that's happened."
Yeah.
But that's the Brad in him, though.
No.
That's the
He
Brad.
can't be serious because that gets out.
No, that's
Do
the
you
Brad.
really believe that I believe that there is a responsibility that the Sixers had that messed up.
Mhm.
Obviously, Ben Simmons is big.
Yes.
You think the other players had a responsibility on his actions and the way he's taken to say he wants to trade?
So I'm going to quote, I'm going to give you some quotes that are not my original ideas. I took it from Shannon Sharp watching FS1, and I think you can have some insight to this too because your brother's in the league.
Mm-hmm.
When you're inside that locker room, when you're going through the wars of training camp, practice, everything it takes to become a professional player, the biggest thing that you have to look into is that you know the guy on the side of you is going to have your back at all times, right? We talk about trust, we talk about chemistry, so on and so forth. So, of course, over the summer, that stuff was broke, right? But what Ben says, where some of the credibility to that statement that you can kind of agree with, but that everyone needs to take accountability. If you are Joel Embiid, you're supposed to be you're 1A. You're Joel's supposed to be Batman, and Ben's supposed to be Robin. Batman can't throw Robin under the bus. Even though we all saw it, even though we all saw him scared to dunk on Trey Young, when you go to that post-game press conference, you can't be honest. As much as we love him being honest, when you're in that locker room, your head coach cannot answer a question that says, "Can Ben Simmons be the point guard that leads you to the championship?" And you flat out say, "I don't know." That might have you be feeling. That might be the postseason conversations in the locker room. Again, we are dealing with a fragile.
But Doc
player.
Rivers like, these type boys not getting me fired again.
You're right. You're right. No, you are right. But again,
You know what I'm saying?
you have to.
Like, this is second chance at life. He like, no, have his third chance at life. He like, come on, man.
You've managed people, right?
Yeah,
You've managed people, right?
definitely.
I've been a supervisor for almost 20 years of my life. Every person that works for you takes things differently.
Bro.
Some people you could be rough with, you could be blatant.
Bro.
You can tell Joel to his face, "Yo, get the fuck healthy," right? Ben, you have to coddle. So when you're on national TV, instead of Joe saying, "Hey man, I gotta get my knee healthy. I need to play better, not turn the ball over."
Bro, you know what's crazy? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you up.
Yeah.
You know what was his prospect reading card coming out of college?
Yeah, I read it. Same thing that it says right now.
What did it say about him taking into
He
coaching
doesn't-
and
he
instruction?
doesn't accept
He
it.
doesn't accept it.
So you gotta know that.
So listen. One, you go back to your theory. His organization should never draft him. Because listen,
You had to draft
I'm not,
There was nobody else good
I'm
enough to
not
draft.
drafting nobody that I can't. Hey, shoot the ball. No, you hurt my feelings. I'm not paying you $1.45 because I can't talk to you a certain way in sports. Like you said, this locker room is special with athletes. I play high school sports. You play sports. I'm familiar with the locker room setting.
Yeah.
Yes, certain things shouldn't be said, but yes, in the heat of the moment, frustration. My man, you did pass up the shot. Should have Embiid have took a different route? Probably. Should Doc Rivers have not answered that question, or I like to say it was journalistic cornering that he got cornered in
You were right.
and got put, and he said it like that.
But he's a
But at the
professional.
same time, you are a grown man, an athlete, bro.
Mhm.
You gotta know how to compartmentalize this kind of
Agreed.
stuff. So if your psyche is that fragile,
Which it is.
we should have never drafted you.
Okay.
Because we would never be here.
But Doc can't go back and not draft.
No,
you.
Doc
Doc
can't.
wasn't here.
But then Doc can't be guilty for being human either. You caught me in the corner, like Darryl said. If you ask Doc 10,000 times about Ben Simmons,
He's the biggest
the
believer.
first boy going to
Yeah.
defend him. The one time he say something that ain't had no clarity to it, y'all want to use this one against me, Ben?
Yeah.
When I told reporters last year to get out my face, y'all don't know basketball when they asked about you.
Yeah.
I make one comment after a heated game when you really did pass the open dunk up. Now you want to sit there and tell me you don't want to play with me? Fuck me.
You gotta know who you're dealing with. If you don't plan on moving, right? If you don't plan on getting rid of him,
He gotta go, man.
he does gotta go. See, I don't want to be the guy that makes things he don't gotta
This is
go.
not the city for this.
You're right. He is not. And if I'm at the stadium, well, I'm going. What we go next week when Atlanta's in? I got tickets. I'm booing.
And see, with me,
I'm
this
bold
goes
and crazy.
back to a long beef of light skin and dark skin.
I'm
Hey,
out of there.
I'm with you because I'm with you because I took offense to him because he's part of the licensing community.
Yeah.
He's no longer part of the licensing
Yeah,
community.
he out of
Because-
here.
Where you at then?
He out of light
We
skin.
with my people?
Yeah. I don't know.
No, bro. I mean, we gotta take him because his mom is one of us. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, like,
I got it, bro.
we can just give him to Australia. Like we can just give him
charge
back.
him to Australia.
We give him to the kangaroo. We let the kangaroo, you know what I mean, take
But
him.